Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the utilization of my solar off-grid system. Today has been a very good day. I think today will be one of the days, or probably the day that I'm having the highest solar energy being generated. It's been sun. There's been sun since morning, and as you can see right now, I'm pulling a lot of power out of the solar, and I'm still like at 27 volt right now. Let's quickly go through the real-time usage. So as of today, from 1st of February 2022 until 27th, today's 27th, I've used 49.2 kilowatt hour. The bottom one is from the day that I installed this particular module, so just forget about the bottom row. I'm dealing with the first one right now. Now in real time, I'm using that is 227 volts. Here is fluctuating because giving you this gives real-time data. This one there's a little bit of delay. We're gonna move to the next one. I'm pulling 4.25 amps right now, and here I'm pulling close to 800 watts of power, and I'm still at 27 volts. Now let's quickly take a look at each of the chart controllers. Now everything comes through the solar panel and it comes through into this watt meter, and from this watt meter it goes into this chart controller. So in real time today I've done 1655 watt hour. This is gonna roll all over again. I think in real time I'm doing around 440 something watts, and that is 39.121 amp hour that I've generated, and that's the watt hour. And for this one I've got two solar panels, each of them 535 watts. They are connected in parallel, and here I've got four solar panels connected. Each of them is 400 watts, and right now let's take a look. As of this afternoon I've done 62 amp hour and 1860 watt hour that I've done from there. In real time, what the solar panel is doing is around 500 watts. And for this top one, that is about 1 kilowatt hour. And let's look at how many amp hours that I've done while I'm waiting for that data to come through. Okay, it's about to come through. That's about 36 amp hour. And in real time, the solar panel is generating around 360 watts. Now let's quickly take a look at the national grid. If you've been following the video, you'll notice that anytime my voltage here goes down to 24.3, this automatic transfer switch switches over to the national grid. So as of 1st of February 2022 until 27th, which is today 2022, I've done 63.3 kilowatt hour, whilst on the off-grid system I've done around 49.3. and the day we're still in the middle of the day. This is around I think 12 or 1 p.m. right now. And let's look at the inverter. I've got 6 kilowatts 6 kilowatts low frequency inverter. That's what I want to remember, low frequency. So I've only been using around 20% of the total capacity of this inverter. The battery is full, everything is rolling fine. There's no cloud today. There's been no cloud today, no overcast, and I just have everything that I needed. My servers and some other TV and some monitors. They're on right now. So thank you guys for watching, and take care. Cheers. So far today has been a great day in terms of generating solar power. If you look at here, this solar panel was able to generate 2.6 kilowatts hour, and this one, forget about this 31, that's not correct. So this one has generated close to 2.9 kilowatt hour, and here this is generated about 1.6 kilowatt hour. Let's go through that part again. Just wait for it. So about close to 60 amp hour and 1.6 kilowatt hour. This one, uh, let's look at what it's doing right here. This is 2.4, 2.5 kilowatt hour. The amp hour here is not correct, but this is 2.8, 2.9 kilowatt hour. So I'm pretty much satisfied with how today have panned out. So generally, I think if I should add everything together from all the solar panels, I think I should have generated close to 6 kilowatt hour. And no more than that. That's about probably 7 kilowatt hour, which is really great. And I'm still at 24.3. Once going to 24.3, 24.2, the automatic transfer switch is going to switch over to the national grid, which is already on a standby there. And from here, so far this month, 27th of February 2022, I've used, looking at the top row, I've used 51.8 kilowatt hour, and which is really great, because I thought it was kind of lagging behind. But today we had we had sun all through the day, which is good. And here is the national grid from the 1st of February 2022 until 27th today. I've used 63.3, and this one is kind of gradually catching up, but we only have tomorrow, the last day. This is going to be switching over right now. I see 24.2, 24.3 is just about to do the switch, and you're going to see that this is going to stop. About to switch any moment from now, any second. It should be switching over to the national grid. I just want to see if I can capture this one in real time. As you can see, it switched over to the national grid, and what happened is that because there's no more load coming from the inverter, the capacitor inside the inverter will start putting the load, the current back into the battery, and that's why you see the battery going up there. Whenever the inverter is on idle mode, that means no load on it at all. I think it takes about 2.1 amp. I don't have my clamp meter to take this reading for you right now, but I'm sure I'm going to do it sometime soon. So as you can see, it has switched over, and I'm going to turn off the inverter now. This is what I do because I just don't want the battery to be drained for nothing. As you can see, the inverter is dropping the capacitor inside the inverter, all the stored current that cannot be used. It's transferring them back into the battery. And if I should leave it like that, it will go up to around 24.6. But when I turn off the inverter, the stored current for the inverter will also go back into the battery, and it will probably by the time it settles down, it will go up to about 24.9 volts. So I'm going to turn off the inverter right now, and you see what happens. The first thing I do, I disconnect it from here, use the disconnect, and then I turn off the inverter. And then the inverter will start dropping the voltage back into the battery, and you'll see the voltage start going up, 24.6, 24.7, 24.8. So it will normally settle down at 24.8, 24.7, 24.8 all through the night. And by tomorrow morning, they just kind of pick up by the time there is sun, and I turn it back on, and just continue from there. And the sun will continue to charge the battery. So so far today, I'm kind of happy. Full load, close to 6 or 7 kilowatt hour generated so far, which is really good. Please ignore the amp power for this one. All of a sudden it went nuts in the afternoon, and that amp hour is not correct. That 31 amp hour is not correct. It's about probably 80 amp hour generated by this particular charge controller from this fourth solar panel. And I would normally take this reading like this every evening and then put it on the spreadsheet to know how much um, watt hour amp hour that I've generated in a day, and I will tabulate that to record it for the whole month. And I'll be doing some analysis, which I'm gonna be sharing with you guys. So watch out for that February analysis, the breakdown of how much solar energy I've generated and how much I've been able to use. I mean, you can see that I've used around 51 point something kilowatt hour, and I'm going to share with you how much solar energy has been generated, and we're going to compare it with the load usage. Cheers, guys.